How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Saturday, July the 5th, 2025. It's your man Big D, and I'm back with another one. Want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to show support to my son and I. And I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I am back with another video. And in this video, we are going to hear from a beautiful young woman that did an eloquent job of explaining why women who have decent men, they don't realize it. Why women who have decent men and these women always thinking that they could do better. They should have done better. They should have got with this dude. They should have got with that dude. Not realizing that the man that's right in front of them is the one that they are in fact supposed to have. And but you know what, family? I'm a hold that thought. But I'll say this: what this young lady explained, a lot of women nowadays in this time, these modern day women, they are guilty as charged with everything that this woman is speaking on. I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna let her cook. I'm gonna chime in along the way.
Have that umbrella, you would come back home smelling like what poured on you.
I'm sorry, family. Let me run it back from the beginning.
God has given men a capacity and a responsibility that women do not have, and we have to be honest about it. We can say he's not a man, he doesn't know how to lead, he doesn't whatever. There's still a capacity inside of him that God did not give us as women. And one of the biggest examples that I can give of that, imagine it's raining and you're in New York City. And if you've ever been to New York City or in France and it starts raining and people start selling umbrellas on the street, those $5, $10 umbrellas, they're not worth much, but they get the job done until you get home. Imagine you have that man. You have the man that gets the job done, isn't anything special, but he gets the job done. That man, no matter how little you view him, is made to handle the rain. You were not made to handle the rain, but you were made to hold up that which can handle the rain. If you didn't have that umbrella, you would come back home smelling like what poured on you. When a man comes back in as that umbrella, he gets dried quickly, water repellent, it falls off of him, and no matter how equipped you thought he still was built for the rain. The difference also, some of you want that Neiman Marcus umbrella. Some of you want the wood handle. Those things are heavy. And if God gave you a man like that, then you have to be the woman that can hold up that man. Because an umbrella that is not used, it can be for the rain, for the sun, it shields, it provides shade, it allows what's under it not to be touched. We are the vessel, not weaker. We are the vessel that was meant to let the one that God gave us be held up and used for what he was made. So now, as a wife, I want to say, I don't want to get wet. I don't want a sunburn. My skin's not built for that. So instead, I'm going to let the man be who he was meant to be. And if God gave me, which he did, my man's about as heavy as this table. That means God made me capable of holding him up. If my man is not doing what he was made to do, it's because I, as his wife, am not holding him up.
Man, family, that young lady dropped gems. And let's talk about it for a minute, right? So, women always, especially modern women, they always say they want a man who bring all these various accolades to the table, right? They want him to be a certain height. They want him to be of a certain stature. They want him to look a certain kind of way. They want him to drive a certain kind of car. They want him to make a certain amount of money. And in their mind, they are deserving a top tier man. But now, as this young lady stated, what makes you think that you deserve that kind of man? What qualifies you for that kind of man? Why ain't the little dude who got to work at the post office a decent job making a decent wage? Why ain't that man good enough? Or perhaps the little dude that work at the fire department, the police department, the little dude that's a pharmacist. or whatever the case is. Why ain't those men good enough? Why ain't the average everyday guy who make his 30, 40, $50,000 a year, why ain't he good enough? And if you think that you are above that kind of man, then what what qualifies you for a top tier man? You can't say your vagina because that done been blowed out and pushed through, done been ran through. So you can't say that. Are you feminine? Are you fit? And I'm not always just talking about physically fit. Yeah, you need to be physically fit, but are you mentally fit? Can you be submissive? See, those are just the basic qualities that a decent woman ought to come with, right? But you can't even come with the basics. You think you deserve this top tier man. See, the young lady, the analogy she used was that of an umbrella. He said that you don't know how beneficial this regular degular dude was until the times get hard. That's right. She said you don't realize how much you need an umbrella, even though that umbrella ain't number a $5 umbrella, a $8 umbrella, a $10 umbrella. You don't know how much you need it until it's raining on your head, till it's raining cats and dogs, pouring down. You don't know how much you need it. And yes, that $100 umbrella, yes, maybe it will, you know what I'm saying, because it's $100 umbrella, that just makes it better. Or does it serve the same purpose as the $10 umbrella? See, the problem is you ladies think you deserve that $100 umbrella, that $150 umbrella. And you might ask, well, man, why you think you deserve that when really and truly you are better equipped for that umbrella that costs like $8. But in your mind, you feel like you deserve that $150 umbrella. So now, what? Why do you deserve that umbrella? Because you why do you deserve the $150 umbrella? Why? Because you're you? Because in your mind, you sitting on a gold mine? Ma'am, it's not a gold mine. If it's done been ravaged and plundered and ran through, it's not a gold mine anymore. Perhaps if you was a virgin, maybe. Perhaps maybe you only caught one body. But hell, shoot, you catch the one body. Hell, who knows how many miles that one driver put on this car? He could have put 10,000 miles, or he could have put 150,000 miles. So really and truly, people can say, "Oh well, if a girl ain't caught that many bodies, that's a good thing. If she done caught only like 8 bodies, that's good. 5 bodies, that's good. 4 bodies, that's good." No, hell no, hell no. Everybody should strive to want to be the first because ain't nothing like the first driver. It's nothing like going to the car lot and you being the first person to sit your ass. You sign the paperwork. You go pick out the car that you want, right? You got a specific car in mind. You worked hard. You worked your ass off to get this specific kind of car. And this is the one that you choose, right? You willing to pay top dollar. You know why you willing to pay top dollar? Because your ass is going to be the first one sitting in the driver's seat. Yo, you are going to be the first one to put the key in the ignition, start it, and put well, nowadays a push button. But whatever you got to do, turn the ignition or push the button, whatever you got to do to get the car started, you're going to be the first one to do it. And as you get tired of that car after you don't put, I don't know, 50,000, 60, 80,000 miles on it, and you tired of it, and now you want to get you something new, and you put this car back on the parking lot. Yeah, maybe it only had one body. That one body put a whole lot of miles on that car. So what I'm trying to say is this: everybody should strive to be the first. But young lady made a great point. She said that her man is heavy and he weighs as much as a table. And The reason why she said that was the fact that, you know, when she used the umbrella analogy, the cheaper umbrellas, they not as heavy, they not as robust. But when you go get $150 umbrella with the wooden handle, you know that thing is robust and it's heavy. It's built to withstand the winds and the rain, but it's heavy. And sometimes women can't bear the weight of it, and that's just a true thing. And women that have ever had the benefit of having a real nice expensive umbrella, man, listen, sometimes it's hard to hold because it has some weight to it. But the fact is this: you don't have the ability to hold up that 150-pound umbrella, then perhaps you don't need it. If you don't have all the capabilities and the qualifications of this high value man, maybe you don't need it. Maybe you just need that regular man that gets the job done. But see, the problem with hypergamy is this: women are all in their mind is always something out there that's better. But the problem is when they find that thing that is better, they don't treat it any different than what they treated the last ones. And that's the problem why they say it's not a good thing for women to catch bodies after body after body after body, because it gets to a point that a woman she catch so many bodies and she's so inundated by the bullshit that when she happen chance comes across a decent dude that can elevate her life, that can give her a better life than her daddy gave her mama, she would not have the wherewithal to know the basic things to do to keep that man happy. That's just what it is. So the analogy that the young lady used using the umbrella was, man, it was beautiful, and it was the way that she brought it forth was was eloquent, and it was so simple that anybody with the basic comprehension of an eighth grader should be able to understand exactly what she was talking about. And but I understand everybody think they deserve more than what they really deserve. And when you start saying that you deserve more than what you really deserve, you must look in the mirror and say, now, why do feel like I deserve this kind of man when really and truly I've been dealing with these kind of men? And those kind of men, were they suitable? Were they working? Was it working? Were they decent men? See, we always gotta stop looking for the next come up and sometimes be, you know, see the value in what you have in front of you. But what y'all think, family? What y'all think about what the young lady had to say? I think the way she put it was, man, you know what? It was ingenious. And it was basic, and it was, you could very well comprehend where she was going with it. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.